Hi, my name is Dave Miles. I'm here to talk to you today about the vintage Icon Series V130. It's a very juniorish inspired instrument, and it's quite the little rock and roll machine, this thing. There's a story behind this which I'll go into in the show notes, how I sort of come across this guitar in particular, but the whole vintage brand. But what I'm going to do here is a bit different to the last one. I'm not doing a head-to-head because I don't have a 57 Junior to play it with. But I'm going to be playing some backing tracks and play along with them, and you'll get a clean sound and a sort of gritty sound and a crunchy sound. And again, we're not here to evaluate the quality of the backing tracks or my chops. I mean, I'm no Brett Kingman. But the video is not about how good a guitar player I am, it's how good this guitar is. So let's get into it. First one I'm going to do is play along to a little bit of Creedence. And you'll hear a clean tone, he says before turning the volume down while finishing a word. And that was a cleanish tone. I'll show you in some photos what I'm using later on. I'm playing through a Morley JD10 preamp, front end of an old session amplifier basically, into a little Behringer 2x2 desk or 4x2 desk, into a Helicon, TC Helicon Go Twin, what do you call these things? Interface. Straight into my iPhone, so as you're watching it, you're watching me make my mistakes live, so to speak. That was a sort of a twinny sort of a sound. The next one's going to be a bit like an AC30, and I've owned AC30s and I know what they sound like, and it's not perfect, but it's not bad. Sounds a bit like this. So we'll see what that sounds like with a bit of Mellencamp. Probably picked up there on slightly higher gain settings, you're going to get a bit of buzz. Now, P90's buzz. That's just a fact. There's no getting around it. You can try stacked humbuckers like P100s, but they don't sound like a P90. And this Wilkinson version of a P90 is pretty good. Now, I've not owned an original 60s or 50s Junior, but I have owned a guitar with a Seymour Duncan Antiquity in it, and it's not bad, you know. It's not a bad sounding little pickup at all. So that was a sort of a, what would you call it? Yeah, sort of gritty sound, but with a P90, any setting. Like I did a gig on the weekend, and I had this playing through my AC30 set to as clean a tone as I could possibly get, and it was still crunching up. So yeah, you get that. So this next sound's going to be a bit like a Marshall. We'll see how it goes. Again, there's a little bit of buzz there. P90's buzz. It's just a sad fact of life. that gives you the basic guts of what this guitar sounds like. It sounds pretty similar to a Junior. It's got, the difference is, of course, you could probably get 10 of these for what you could get for a Junior nowadays. It plays really well. It plays in tune. It's got a great bridge on it. Have a look at that. You can sort of see it, I think. It's the Wilkinson with the compensated B and G strings, so you can get the intonation right, as opposed to the old ones that were originally designed for a wound third, and as soon as you put a plain third on, you're in sort of get all sorts of tuning problems and intonation problems. The back of the neck feels really wonderful. I'm not a huge fan of the relicking in general, but this is okay. I actually saw a photo of a guy from a band called Blackberry Smoke who's got Rick Richards' ex-Georgia Satellites 57 Junior, and it looks almost exactly the same. I'm wondering if that's where they got the idea for the pattern for the relicking. Again, it is what it is. The guitar sounds, doesn't matter what it looks like, doesn't matter how fugly it is, it sounds good. It's a guitar that I got to actually sell to someone else, but I didn't want to after playing it for a few gigs. And it's a great little guitar. It's good fun. It's a good fun guitar. So I'll leave you with a bit of Tom Petty.